In the previous two demonstrations, we discussed the learning of objects and how to interact with those objects. Now we are going to look at enhancements we can make to a test. For the first enhancement, we are going to verify that after the user logs in, the transaction screen appears and the withdraw button is displayed. From the object tree, I'm going to right-click on the transactions object and select Add Command. I'm going to name this command Wait for Window. The command I will select is a variation on the SmarteScript synchronization command, and as you notice as we select the command, it is fully parameterized. I want to wait for a particular number of seconds for the transaction window and for the Withdraw Funds button to appear in the transaction window. Once I have created this command, I click OK, and the command becomes a part of my object tree and the data grid. I want this command to take place before I click the Withdraw Funds button, so I click on the Wait for Window command and move it ahead of the Withdraw Funds object in the object tree. Then I move to the grid view and activate the command. The second enhancement I will create is to read the account balance and compare it against an expected amount. In order to do so, I move to the Withdraw Funds object, right-click, and select Add Command, and create a command to capture the balance. I want to read the account balance as it is displayed on the screen, and the command I will use to capture this data is the Info command. I will identify the parent window, the Withdraw Funds window, and the object that contains the information I want to capture, the account balance. After I identify the object, I specify which attribute to capture. To read the account balance, I select the Value attribute. And then I return the account balance into a SmarteScript data variable called generic string. I want to capture the account balance before I click the Logout button, so I move this command directly above the Logout button in the object tree view. And in the data grid, I activate the command. What this command will do is read the value in the account balance field and place it into a variable called generic string. Now that I have an account balance, I want to place that balance into my data grid. So from the object tree, I right-click on a parent window and select Add Data Column, Output Column. I will name this column Captured Value. The column will be automatically set to the value in generic string. Now that I have a captured value, I want to compare it to something. So I will add another data column called Input Column. This will contain my expected value. Data input columns are populated prior to runtime. So I step out of the object tree and go to the grid view and enter an expected amount, say $123. Now that I have a captured value and an expected value, I need to make a comparison between the two. So again, I right-click on the parent window and select Add Data Column, Comparison Column. Here we have a wizard that guides us how to compare two data columns. I'll name the column Compare Balance. I'll select my source column, captured value. Is it equal to my expected value? Click OK. And then I want to move this compare balance command just after the capture balance command. So in the grid view, I move it up, and then on the data grid, activate the command. In our previous demonstration, I showed you the scenario view, which is a step-by-step English description of the test case. I'd like to show you that view again, so you can see that the scenario view is automatically updated as we expand and improve our test script. This concludes the demonstration on enhancing our test. Thank you for your interest in SmarteScript, the next generation of automated software testing tools.